Welcome back. Welcome back. You want to help me with the introductions,
Well, I've got to
please?
put my glasses back on because I've been calling her Miss Benny, but it's Miss Benny. Well, I don't even have your last name, Miss Benny. What is your last name?
Stout, S-T-O-U-T.
Stout. Okay, Miss Benny Stout with her precious baby, Miss Trixie. And they're accompanied today by Lori Day Howe of Hospice of the Ozarks, and you have a special program.
We do.
Uh-huh.
We do. It's fairly new. It's a grant through the Banfield Charitable Trust that our volunteer coordinator, Kathy Weaver,
Yeah, we know
got
Kathy.
for us. And what it is, you know, hospice is about providing care to patients with terminal illness. However, we also look at the family, the community, I mean, just how the family's impacted and what we can do to help a patient. And one of the things is we often have patients that have pets and that are like children, just like Trixie is here to Miss Benny. So taking that into account, this grant allows us to provide what's called Pet Peace of Mind. And what that is a program where we have volunteers who will go out and assist a family that has a pet that may have some needs with meeting those needs and taking that burden off the family. And I asked Benny to come along with me today so she could talk a little bit about her experience. She was our first hospice patient to sign up on Pet Peace of Mind, and what her experience has been and kind of what they have done for her and for Trixie. So
Now, well, then tell us about your part in this program, Miss
They
Benny.
come and get her and take her and have her groomed. They take her to the vet and get all of her shots. And they get all, I put them a bandage on the back of her neck to keep the fleas down. They furnished all that. They are the nicest program I've ever been with. I mean, I don't think you could get with anything any better than the hospice people.
Now, what? But I know there's another part of it, right?
there is. You know, oftentimes families, a patient, they have somebody that can help take care of that pet once they're gone. They'll have a living spouse, or they'll have someone else that can take that animal, a neighbor, a friend, but sometimes they don't. And when they don't, we look at finding a home for that pet, cat, dog, reptile, whatever that may be, to find a home for once that patient is no longer with us. And Miss Benny has actually interviewed a couple of people and is considering what her options are.
Sit.
And I believe you've even gone to someone's home to see what their home environment is.
Yeah,
I was going to ask
and
you
that's
if
a great comfort.
it's important to find out where your dog is going to go.
It's okay, Miss
okay.
Benny,
I want to make sure that they're going to be good to her.
Right.
because she's your baby. We talked for a long time. I
I'm
petted Miss
sorry, I
Trixie.
know
That's
I'm
okay.
sure
That's fine.
Well, trust me, people can relate because it is a concern when you reach a certain stage in your life. Even if you're not faced with a terminal illness, you're faced, if you have a pet that you love, with the possibility that you might not outlive your pet. And just like passing your children on to someone else's home, ask Mary. When Marianne comes on, we talk about this all the time. Anyone who doesn't understand how much a person loves their pets has simply never had one. And now I'll get all choked up. Everybody watches the show knows about my babies, and it's the truth.
I get choked up because I don't like to see nobody mistreat an animal.
Yeah.
Nobody's animal.
Yeah.
And one of mine, I just can't stand the thoughts
bet.
of it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And I want somebody to be real good to her like I am. 'Cause she's old, and maybe I'll outlive her. I'm trying awful hard.
You said you were living for Miss Trixie. Miss Trixie's 10,
Yeah.
and she's a Pomeranian,
Yeah.
but she's had a haircut.
Oh, yeah. She just had that this morning.
And
she's
hospice
cooler
also,
over
they take and provide all that, the grooming
Yeah.
and things like
if
that.
I don't want to, if I can't drive her over there, they come get her and take her, and they provide all that. So it's really a big help to me on the days that I'm real sick.
Well, let me tell you, I'm sure that you're providing a lot of comfort for people out there watching to know that there's a place to go if they have those animals that they're very concerned about, because that may keep them from moving on, you know, and considering hospice, because
Well, it is.
they're taking care of their only loved ones.
Absolutely, and it's just one more thing. You know, it's meeting that patient's need, whatever that need may be, whether it be volunteer services, whether it be financial need, you know. And what's more personal than than a person's pet, and you know, it touches home for a lot of people.
I would like to say this. I've been over to the hospice house about 4 different times, and that's the nicest place that anybody could want to go. And I mean, I could take her and bring her over there. My stepdaughter was with me then, and she'd bring her up there to my room, and she could stay as long as she wanted to. So it's just, the hospice is just, they're just I guess a lifesaver for me, because I don't know what I'd do without them. Because my stepdaughter, she was going to be my caregiver, and now she has got real sick, and she can't be my caregiver. So all I've got to depend on is the hospice people. So
Well, it looks
without
like they're
them-
doing a real good job.
She's well loved, and so is
without
Trixie.
them, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah, that's a good testimonial. How can people get more information about
They
your
can
programs?
contact Hospice of the Ozarks directly at 870-508-1771. And, you know, Miss Benny is a prime example of hospice house is just not for patients that aren't going to come back out. She's gone when she got very ill and then got to go back home. So,
Yeah, I've been there 4 times, and each time, you know, they got me better. So
Great,
with
great.
about a week, I went home.
That's good.
She sees
Yeah.
that doctor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have other Zinger and Miss Trixie got to know each other earlier
Trixie.
today.
Trixie.
Yeah, Miss Trixie, get back up there with your mama.
Yeah,
Well, we appreciate y'all
show 'em
coming by
how
and
you lay in my
telling
lap
us about this
and let me
program.
rub your stomach.
And
Show 'em how
if
to
you
do
want more information, you can call the hospice house, or we'll give more information at the end of the show. Thanks so much
Thank
for
you.
being
Miss
here.
Trixie, are you getting excited? It is a wonderful
excited.
program, and I'm glad you shared it with
She's
us.
getting
We'll
tired.
be right back.
She's getting tired.
I'm tired.